Okay, welcome. We are determining molecular formulas, which remember is any whole number multiple larger than your base, which would be like the empirical, the simplest. So I've got a reference table out here, open a periodic table, and I have my calculator ready to go. So remember, to do this, you first need the empirical formula, which if they don't give it to you, you can always calculate. And you also need the molecular GFM. So in number one, my molecular GFM is 92. And I know my empirical formula is NO2. So let's go ahead and find the empirical GFM. So this is 14, and this is 16 times 2. So 16 times 2 is 32, plus 14. So my empirical GFM is 46 grams per mole. That's a 4. Let me make that clearer. And my molecular is 92. So when I divide those, I'm going to find 92 divided by 46, 2. This is the multiple by which I multiply my subscripts. So I had NO2, so instead I'm going to have N2O4. And you see that it is a multiple of NO2, and it has the GFM of 92 grams per mole. I could check that out. 14 times 2 is 28. 4 times 16 is 224. Whoa, I shouldn't have multiplied. Yeah. Hold on. 4 times 16 is 64. 4 times 16 plus the 24 plus the 28. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, that's the answer. Don't listen to me. Okay, once upon number 2, they gave us the empirical formula. So let's find its GFM. This is 12, and this is 2 times 1, which is 2. So my empirical is 14. My molecular is 70. So how many times bigger is this molecular? It's 5. So I'm going to take the subscripts here, and it's going to be C5H10, because I multiplied the subscripts that were already there by the multiple of 5. Okay, now number 3, they did not give us the empirical formula, so we're going to need to calculate that. So we know how to do that. 40%. Okay, so first thing I do is I need to take percentages and make them grams. So 40 grams carbon, 6.7 grams hydrogen, and 53.5 grams oxygen. So divide by GFM. This is a 12. So 40 divided by 12 is 3 and 3 repeating moles of C. This is a 1, so this is 6.7 moles of H. And 53.5 divided by 16 is 3.34 whatever moles of O. So taking a look at that, it looks like 3.33 is the smallest. So if I divide each of these by 3.33, it's going to be a 1. This is going to be a 2. This is going to be a 1, which means our empirical formula is C1H2O. So now that I've done that, I need to find my GFM. Let's change color. So this is going to be 12. That's a 12. This is going to be 2 times 1, which is 2, and this is going to be 16. So 12 plus 2 plus 16. So my empirical GFM is 30. It already told us my molecular GFM is 60, so that's a factor of 2. So I'm going to take that number 2, and I'm going to multiply it by all the subscripts that we already had. So that's C2H4O2. All right, gotta do it again. So percentages go to grams. 64.9 grams carbon, 13.5 grams hydrogen, 21.6 grams oxygen. Let's divide by GFM. So that's a division sign, sorry. So 64.9 divided by 12 gives me 5.408, whatever, moles of C. Divide by 1. So it's 13.5 moles of H, and 21.6 divided by 16 gives me 1.35 moles of O. So it looks like 1.35 is our smallest, so let's divide each. So this is going to be the 1, 1.35. 5.4 divided by 1.35 is going to be 4. And 13.5 divided by 1.35 is 10. So my empirical formula is C4H10O with a 1. So now I need to find the empirical GFM. So let's go back to this. So 4 times 12, and remember the GFM for carbon is found on the reference table. 48, 4 times 12, 10 times 1 is 10, and this is just a 16. So 48 plus 10 plus 16 is 74. So my empirical GFM is 74, but my molecular GFM is also 74, which means this multiple of my empirical is just a multiple of 1, which means it's the same thing. So, and I wrote a 2 and I shouldn't have. So C4H10O1, which I don't write. All right, final one. We're going to change all percentages to grams. So 54.5 grams carbon, 9.1 grams hydrogen, 36.4 grams oxygen. We're finding that these are the same elements. They're just carbon compounds. So 54.5 divided by 12 is 4.54 moles of carbon. This is going to be that 9.1 moles of hydrogen. 36.4 divided by 16 is 2.275 moles of oxygen. So we're going to divide everything by 4.54. So this is going to be a 1. 9.1 divided by 4.54 is 2. And 2.2, oh, whoops. Ha! I didn't divide by the smallest. Silly me. So the smallest is 2.275. So 2.275. 4.54 divided by 2.27. That's going to be 2. 1.995. That's going to be rounded to 2. This is going to be 2.275. And again, I make mistakes. Good thing I caught it, though. This is going to be a 4. And this is going to be a 1. So we have C2H4O1. So now let's find our GFM. 12 times 2 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4. And this is 16. So 24 plus 4 plus 16 is 44 is our empirical GFM. Our molecular GFM is 88, which means a multiple of 2 is what we need to do. So we're going to multiply our existing subscripts by 2. C4H8O2. Okay. If you have any questions, please let me know. Reach out. Thanks. Bye.